this I want to fit with having that room so I can glaze it, so it has a little wiggle room. Remember we talked about throwing these with wiggle room.
Would you, well, after you get through, pick it up. Yeah. I wanted to see how much space you had.
In what?
Between this and the opening.
Well, at here you've got tons.
That is
But
fantastic.
because it comes in at an angle, but when you get down here, it's a tighter fit.
Okay.
So right here,
Yeah, that's good.
you know, you don't have that much, but you still have wiggle room. And if I put glaze on this, glaze on that, that wiggle room gets reduced even more.
Okay.
Now, let's say you didn't have any wiggle room and it fit really tight or too tight, it wouldn't go all the way down. You got to make sure these lids drop all the way down. So if that didn't happen, you would set it up this way, and you would just simply come right here and shave a little bit off.
All right.
Okay? So, now, like I said, this is your lid chuck now. So I'm going to flip that back over since I have enough.
Keep it from moving while you're trimming
With your finger. Put a little pressure.
it. Okay.
That's it. So now I'm going to trim the top of the lid. And if it moves, I just pop it back into center. I don't want to trim too much here because I'm going to put a knob on it. And I like this little detail here to go like this, so that this line kind of imitates where that is. Just, you know, it's just a visual thing. And I'm going to put this little line right there.
Oh, I like that.
I'm going to ride my finger or a sponge, whatever, over that so that it's not sharp. And you saw that one little place in here was kind of gummed up on the side right there. So I could go back in here and just kind of gently trim that out so that it's now perfect. Or not perfect, but you know.
Looks perfect.
It looks good. It's not that little indentation is gone. Now, if you put your lid on, it's way out here, and you go, oh my God, it looks like a Chinaman's hat. I don't want it. You know, then you can trim it back. Okay. So as long as you don't make this too thin, you can modify that area when you're trimming. So now I'm like that. I'm going to start playing with some textures, which is really where we're going to go in the next workshop. But just for fun, I'm going to grab my chattering tool, a chattering tool. Let's see. And I'll just give it a little texture here. And then I can
the
take
corner of it? Is that what you were using? Or are you using the whole blade?
no, this one's a little bit rounded, especially for a smaller piece, so I can just kind of go like this.
Okay.
So I just kind of rolled it. Now, and you know, it makes a nice little spiral on there. I need just a little wad. I need a little wad of clay.
Oh, here.
Right here?
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
I
you
got
got
one.
that set for a reason. Okay.
Well, it's nice and warm too.
I forgot I was holding it. I've been sitting here like this.
Okay, so that's a little big. I'll go there. And I need something. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to score it a little bit so it doesn't go anywhere on me. So I'll get that ready. Put it back in Pauline's bucket so I don't walk away from it.
Okay.
And, oh, wait a minute. I need it again. We could go get some serrated ribs over there out of the cabinet. Well, there's some things to score. No, this will be all right. All right, so I'm going to stick that on there. I like those little serrated ribs for scoring. I also like those little wire brushes if I'm doing spouts, and sometimes this is a pretty thin area. I like those little fine wire brushes. Get that out. There we go.
Fancy.
Now it kind of takes out the chattering marks a little bit, but I don't worry about that too much. we go. Have a little knob there. Take that off. It's good.
Are you
Take
going to
your-
do a handle now?
On this one?
Uh-huh.
No. I'll do that on mugs. We'll do that on cups because it
Okay.
doesn't have a spout. So
Oh, okay. Well, that's true.
okay, so I'm going to take this. Trimming tool is here. There we go. All right. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to come up here and just take a little bit of the weight out of the bottom. And if I wanted to do a lot of surface work on this, I would start dividing it into areas to do that with, whether I'm chattering or making a base. So let's fake out a base on it. But I'm not going to actually trim down a foot. But see how when just putting my fingers there, I kind of concave that. If I hadn't done it, I would do it now by going like that, because I want it to sit here. I don't want it to sit there. Okay, so now we have this one done. And like I said, this is my teapot form, so I could put a spout handle on it. There you go. This guy, again, we've already made our handle chuck just by making our piece.